Getting into other things today, Trump is just terrific. Donald Trump went off.
Is he just yelling at people now to get publicity? He's like calling people names and...
Call him the Donald.
The Donald.
Well, it all started with Rosie.
And he got a lot of publicity from that.
And I think something clicked inside. The Apprentice just getting horrific ratings this time around.
No one's watching it.
I think that show's just about done. Although I think they signed him for another 2 or something like that. But the ratings are not kind. And then he went after us, which is, trust me, I know we're not a huge target. But
he
had his problem with us all of a sudden. And now this is where it gets interesting. It was all fun and games, but now he's just going after Bush.
Whoa, what a rebel. Who isn't?
Exactly. Defend Bush if you want to be rebellious.
Well, I don't think...
That's what the South Park guys were saying, Matt and Trey.
What were they saying?
They're saying, like, you want to be a rebel these days? He goes, go to some, Hollywood event and just praise George Bush. He goes, bashing him is, not a rebellious thing to do. Everyone's doing it. So him bashing Bush now, he's a little late.
You think he's late to the party?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he does it differently than most celebrities.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think.
I hadn't heard it, so.
I think the celebrities that do go after Bush kind of puss out in the end. They really do.
The Donald.
Yeah, let's take a listen. This is what Trump had to say about Bush.
The war is a total disaster. It's a catastrophe, nothing less. It is such a shame that this took place. In fact, I gained a lot of respect for our current president's father by the fact that he had the sense not to go into Iraq. He won the war and then said, let's not go the rest of the way, and he turned out to be right. And Saddam Hussein, whether they like him or didn't like him, he hated terrorists. He'd shoot and kill terrorists. When terrorists came into this country, which he did control and he did dominate, he would kill terrorists. Now it's a breeding ground for terrorists.
Do we know that? Is that documented?
Probably, I'm going to guess he's right simply because he was probably afraid they'd go after him. But he wouldn't have hated terrorists who are targeting the United States. Come on, stop it.
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, how does he know? How does he know that info?
Let me tell you something. One danger. I'm not defending Bush, but the bottom line is he did have enough fucking access to chemicals and things like that. Don't think he wouldn't have given that to somebody who was going to use it here. That's to be the only danger he posed.
Didn't like us. That's for sure.
He hated us,
say the least.
Although we should have let him keep Kuwait and then take Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason we went in. We don't give a fuck about Kuwait. You gotta protect Saudi Arabia because they were next. Fucking lapdogs of Saudi Arabia. That's what we are. What a fucking... I sound like a 19-year-old fresh out of college. Man, we're all the government, man. But we really are.
The government, man.
We are just a fucking an arm of Saudi Arabia. It's disgusting.
Well, they really run the country. Everyone knows that. So
they got the Earl.
And they got a lot invested in this country. And if they took all their investments out,
we'd be fine.
We'd be fine.
Yeah,
as a country.
We'd be all right.
Chinese. That's what you got to worry about.
I read that in a book once.
The Chinese are the ones that have all our money.
Well, they're the ones that are coming. The Chinese are on their way.
Chinese have a lot of our cash, just our liquid assets. A lot of American dollar bills are in the Chinese hands. Kind of a little scary.
No, it's not. We'll just print more.
Print more?
Yeah.
All right.
Let them have that. Who cares?
You got a printer?
Huh?
We'll go over to your house. We'll start first. Start there. Everybody just printing.
See the war protesters all over the place over the weekend?
Yeah.
Tim Robbins takes some chances.
I hate the war protesters, by the way,
too.
and not for the reason that they're protesting the war.
I was thinking to myself, can I even hang with these people?
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're just strange people in general.
It has nothing to do with their view of the war.
I'm not even talking about their beliefs and all that, blah, blah. It's the actual persons.
I don't like them as people.
They kind of look creepy and just, I don't know, there's something about them.
And their methods, I mean... blocking traffic. They were going to go down to Wall Street today, I guess, and just screw up Wall Street.
I think they were doing some things yesterday, too, in the city, because I know it took me forever to get back in the city yesterday.
Yeah, it's just... and it really isn't doing anything. I'm sorry. It's just not. People become aware of a war based on whatever, the way their own knowledge, things like that. You're not telling us anything new. Anything we all don't know.
Kelly from Charlotte. Good for you, Jim. You get at least a little what Bush is doing.
That's Bush, you fucking... It's every president. Do you think that started now? Just because he's from Texas and there's oil in Texas? Every fucking president's had it. No one's just had the balls to just kick Saudi Arabia and go fuck off. We're not dealing with you anymore. Just go to Alaska and take the oil.
Yeah.
Stupid environmentalists.
I love that whole Alaska thing.
Exactly.
Sure, pump it dry.
Let's go to Kurt
Fuck
in the
the seals.
Poconos.
It's beautiful, kind. Who gives a shit?
Who's
It's ours.
been there?
I care.
What do you go look at Eskimos?
Who's been there? That's what I want to know. Everyone's going, oh, Alaska's pristine and beautiful and has to be
Sucks.
left. Who the fuck? 99.9% of the people living in the United States have never even fucking seen any of Alaska. Who cares? Who cares?
Cruise ships.
Look how many cruise ships.
They go right up to the icebergs.
Go the other way.
It's a
Go a little
photo op
further the
you'll
other way.
never ever get again in your
Don't
lifetime.
care about Alaska, need the oil.
I wouldn't
Pump
mind
it.
seeing an iceberg.
And if you're
Pump
lucky,
it.
you watch the iceberg kind of fall.
So you go to the North Atlantic.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Find an iceberg.
Yeah.
Titanic did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do that.
Fucking Juneau. They should do testing on people in Juneau.
Juneau.
Alaska stinks.
I drove by some of the anti-war protests in Huntington yesterday, and then I saw some as I got back into Manhattan, and I was just saying the type of people I saw yesterday, the type of people I personally wouldn't hang out with, they seemed a little creepy to me. Not talking about why they're protesting or any of that shit.
Yeah.
Just looking at the individual, I'm like, wow, it takes a kind of unique person to actually do this. Someone I probably wouldn't hang out with.
People don't fucking listen.
No, they don't.
And we said that to keep people from thinking what that idiot just wrote.
I'm the one who said they shouldn't be allowed to protest because that First Amendment's a bunch of bunk.
That's right. I agree.
Malarkey.
We ought to revoke that First Amendment. Repeal it.
I mean, you should be able to say whatever you want, but don't criticize the government.
All right, now you
No.
And now Dan continues.
does?
Anthony, again, you demonstrate your ignorance.
Thank you. What?
Alaska would provide 1 month's worth of oil, and we wouldn't get it for 10 years.
Oh, God, I love... Where you pull those numbers out? What... your mom's asshole? Did you pull those numbers out, your mom's asshole? That's it, huh?
A few people will get rich on it, though at the expense of a national treasure.
Yeah, man. Shut up.
Go back.
Shut the fuck up.
Go back to sleep, you fucking ham and egger.
Ham and egger.
I don't know what that means.
That's Ronnie's word for a guy that works 9 to 5.
Oh.
A ham and egger.
Oh, all right. Well, but you don't work 9 to
Go
5.
back to
No, I
sleep.
don't.
Oh, because he's awake, man.
Yeah,
He
go back to
gets it,
sleep.
man.
Figuratively speaking,
You
go
don't
back
get
to
it,
sleep.
man.
10 months. You know, so you fucking, the guy's talking out his ass.
And
Alaska's got plenty of Earl.
A month worth of oil is worth it to destroy that shithouse that is Alaska. A matter of fact,
Nothing.
I think Alaska should be destroyed for a gallon of gas. You fucking shut up. The environment's overrated. We don't need it.
For one lousy trip to the country.
That's some dickhead whose head is just full of fucking bullshit he's heard from his buddies.
Full of college puke and
Fucking
jizz.
Read a book, asshole.
That's right. Or stop reading. It's making you too fancy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what's wrong with college? I went to college.
College is for queers. College is for college.
College is for tears.
College.
Hey, let's say hi to Kurt in the Poconos again. All right, Kurt, what do you got?
Yeah. You're right. I was questioning the same thing about Trump killing terrorists. The guy all on the news right now, the mastermind behind 9/11, he was harboring. They called him in Iraq. You know, the guy that planned everything. You see in the news now?
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Is there anything he hasn't taken credit for?
I know.
This fucking father from Laverne and Shirley. Enough with this guy. Had enough of Ron Jeremy. Fucking claiming everything.
He did claim he claimed everything.
And Rosie defending him. It's like, Rosie is just, it's like, do you have to be such an irrelevant
Did
cunt?
Rosie? What did Rosie say?
Oh, just more liberal nonsense about Guantanamo Bay and fucking, it's like, Jesus.
Defended him?
Yeah, like,
The guy, one thing he did fess to that I know is true, he single-handedly cut off fucking Pearl's head.
I don't know if that's true or not.
He
Pearl's
said-
family doesn't believe him.
Well, you know something? You see the guy that fucking did it? Sure does, is built like him. The guy was wearing a mask and stuff, but is same fucking, like, big, dumpy fucking shape.
They arrested those guys already.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Maybe it was.
I think he cut his head off.
What did the camera work on the Daniel Pearl one was awful.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got there?
Very good fucking cinematographer.
Real quick.
Yeah.
For beheading.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Go ahead.
Hey, I sent you guys some Special Forces T-shirts last summer. Did you guys get those?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
Do you? Seriously?
Yeah.
They're nice, aren't they?
Thank you.
We get a lot of T-shirts, but that was one of the ones I actually kept and I wear.
Very cool, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
All right, Kurt. We got.
Did you get it?
I swear to God, I wear his.
Oh,
it's a special ops t-shirt.
No idea.
I don't have mine.
Matt on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to call in. I'm a veteran of the Iraqi war, and I just wanted to say these protesters, fucking bullshit, because they're sitting there the whole, don't support the war, but support the troops. But in all honesty, to support the troops, you do have to support the war. Because nothing kills the troops and morale more than a bunch of people saying, oh, we're doing horrible in Iraq, we're getting our asses kicked. That's not what we want to fucking read when we get the newspapers from home or see the shit on the news.
I didn't see any of that yesterday where they actually were saying support the troops. I didn't really see that part of it yesterday, unfortunately.
The problem is I'm so sick of it, like when you look at these way these religions are just, they're killing each other in marketplaces. They're just savages. They're fucking bombing their own civilians going to the market.
Kids.
They're just awful.
Yeah.
They're just fucking awful. And there's no way to explain that away. There's no way to fucking throw around the word imperialism and the U.S. interference. They would have been doing that shit a long time ago if Saddam allowed that stuff to be going on.
Yeah.
That's just that religious stuff. They're fucking barbarians.
Saddam kept him in check.
Yeah, I love Saddam. Now, I really wish that we didn't yank him out.
Yeah.
He killed everybody.
He really did.
He was a good boy.
Matt, thank you.
Hey, no problem, guys.
All right, man.
And he kept Iran in check, too. That fucking Iranian president would be fucking minding his P's and Q's right now if Saddam was still bumbling around.
Yeah. He was the iron fist over there.
He certainly was.
The wild card, whatever you want to call him. He was the guy they were like, oh, boy, we can't do this because that nut will fucking come storming over here with some gas bombs.
But we want fucking instilled democracy and a bunch of people that think that a clit is not part of the premium package. You have to fucking order it separately.
Hey, let's go to Brandon in Chicago. Brandon.
Hey, what's up? I was in Alaska for a year, and you guys are right. Alaska sucks ass big time.
A bunch of guys that look like just drunks. Bunch of Eskimo alkies.
Yeah.
Drinking and making igloos and falling.
They fucking ice fishing.
They sniff
There's
Of course they do.
surprisingly a bunch of homeless people up there on the corner holding up these well tusks and shit, trying to sell it.
It's just a haven for people that really couldn't make it in the United States, so they went up there to get big money for working up there on oil rigs and shit. And there's nothing going on up there. I hear there's 8 guys for every girl. You can't find any women up there, and the ones you do are these Eskimo women.
Hot, right?
Oh no,
hot, right?
Bunch of hairy
Asians up there.
fuck a walrus.
Bunch of Asians.
Yeah, nobody likes a bunch of mongoloids fucking running around, fucking going in the snow. That's what Alaska is.
Yeah.
Fuck the Alaska right in its mouth. It's a bunch of people going in snow piles. Yes, it is. Shut up, would you, sir? I'm on a roll.
You gotta know when to shut up, Brandon. We were gonna get 10 minutes from Jimmy.
Bunch of people fucking drinking liquor and not working and waking up at noon and going in the snow.
That's exactly
Bunch of fatzos and blubber. Bunch of fucking blubber. They love blubber.
They rub noses together. They just
won't
That's
stop.
how they fuck.
Do you honestly think you're that important to this conversation at this point?
Bunch of fucking blubber lovers.
You
Blubber lover.
You get the assist to Jimmy. Thank you.
It's my birthday, and for a cake, the Carvel in fucking Alaska is just a Fudgy the Whale blubber cake. It's a big piece of whale blubber. It's shapeless with a fucking candle in it, and the fucking kid blows it out and then wears it because it's cold.
And then he goes outside with
in the snow with his feet.
Yeah.
Fat little brown Eskimo feet.
and they kiss nicely. Though.
Yeah, they rub noses.
They probably do that because they all have just horrific breath.
They do. It's all
from eating blubber.
Yeah, they figured out this is the best way to, to avoid the breath.
It's blubber breath. And then instead of getting educated, they do scrimshaw. They fucking carve a ship on a whale clit.
And then go outside and do what, Jimmy?
In the snow.
In the snow.
And their hands are going up and down. They're just making snowballs, but not good snowballs. Just like,
yeah, they're just kind of throwing the snow over their head.
They're just hoping it makes something.
They toboggan on garbage lids down fucking dump hills, down landfill hills.
Just picture like pieces of blubber stuck in between the teeth. They haven't brushed their teeth in a while. It's just rotting away.
Bunch of fucking igloos. There's not even buildings in Alaska. It's all igloos.
They should just all be like black and wet from crude oil coming out of geysers, just falling on them.
Their family pets should be covered in oil.
Should be covered in oil.
Yeah.
Their fucking fur that they wear should just all be flattened down and black and covered with oil.
Alaska's for queers. There's not even any wildlife there. It's like fucking 3 birds and a couple of fish.
That's it. A couple of fish, maybe a fucking polar bear.
If I want fish, I'll go to the fish hatchery in the Bronx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make
Get
your
fish
own.
anywhere.
Fish suck.
Can't get oil anywhere.
Yeah.
Just
All right. We got more Trump on Bush.
Who do you blame? Well, there's only one person you can blame, and that's our current president. I mean, obviously, Rumsfeld was a disaster, and other people that are giving him advice have been a disaster. And Condoleezza Rice, who's a lovely woman, but she never makes a deal. She doesn't make deals. She waves. She gets off the plane. She waves. She sits down with some dictator, 45-degree angle. They do the camera shot. She waves again. She gets back on the plane. She waves. No deal ever happens. So, I mean,
You got to close the deal at some point.
you got to make deals. The world is dying to make deals.
Hey, you got to give him that one, too, that Condoleezza Rice. She is probably the worst Secretary of State I've ever fucking seen.
But then again, did Madeleine Albright do anything? Did the broads ever get anything done?
You know something? I don't remember much of what Madeleine Albright did, but Condoleezza Rice, he's kind of right. She does a lot of traveling, but she's not even getting people to sit at a fucking table and have a dialogue. You know? There's
It's a worthless position.
Hank Kissinger, my friend. Let me tell you about Henry Kissinger. That was a good Secretary of State.
Yeah.
He knew how to work. They knew how to work like the bombing, and then they'd bring him in. And then he'd talk and go, hey, you into maybe chatting a little? And they go, no. So they pull him out, and they bomb the fuck out of him a little more, and then they pull him back. And he go, you want to talk? And they go, oh, okay.
He's still alive, right?
Oh, yeah. Saw him check into a hotel once.
We saw him at the hotel once. He was checking
Did he have
in.
security?
Yes, he had security, but he walked right past us.
Hey, he had to wait online, though.
Yeah.
And you think maybe he shouldn't have to wait
Henry
online.
Kissinger, let him go.
He did some things.
Does everybody know who he is?
Yeah. He still looks like Henry Kissinger, just like an older, little fatter in the face.
Should have got a picture with
They
him.
still look.
Hey, Hank!
Hey, Hank!
Yeah, that would have went well.
My Jew! Kissinger, send in the Jews!
Oh, boy, we got Alaska checking in.
Oh,
Fuck
hi.
Alaska, I'll laugh at it.
They don't get XM in Alaska,
Of course
do
they don't get anything technological. It's all fucking lamp oil.
And
They burn whale blubber.
Whale blubber
and
oil.
snow.
what do they do?
That's not snow. Blah. And they eat it. They don't even have fucking indoor toilets. They just shit into the snow and it melts. And they wonder why there's logs all over. It's just covered in whale blubber and scrimshaw and logs.
All right, Ryan. Good luck defending your fine. What is it? A state?
Yeah, it's a
country?
state.
What is it? A province?
It's a state.
What the hell is it really?
Shouldn't be.
That's
No,
what,
it's a
that's what I'm
state.
getting
My
at.
parents,
What?
my parents moved out. My parents moved up here from the States back in the 70s.
You're in Alaska
My dad-
now?
Yes,
Oh, wow. How are you listening to
I'm
us?
listening to you guys online.
Online.
All right. What's the temperature in Alaska right now?
Yeah, really fucking cold. I mean, where we are right now, it's only it's like 20 below.
Exactly.
That's with a wind chill.
20 minutes of daylight. It just stinks.
You get phone service
It's
in
not
your
so
igloo?
bad. No, yes, exactly. We all live in igloos. We all have walruses outside of our house.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know. That's why the place sucks.
No, that's not it at all. It's actually a beautiful place in the summertime.
In the
Yeah,
summer.
the summer lasts
What?
2 weeks.
July.
May 9th.
No, the summer's the summer's a couple of months long. It gets nice and warm out here.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Mhm.
We do have problems that everybody else doesn't have. We can't get obviously good comedy.
Isn't it
One of the
nighttime
towns
right
up
now?
here-
Isn't it already
Yes.
dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it really?
That's a great fucking place.
It's 6:20 in the morning. Of course, it's dark.
No, but it's going to be dark for like till when? Fucking 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It'll
stays
be
dark
for
there.
a while. It'll get lighter towards summertime, but once we hit summertime, it actually gets up into the 70s.
Oh, the
That's as hot as it
70s.
gets.
Hey, I hear you guys bitch all the time.
Anyone
It's
own a
too
pool
hot.
business up there?
Yeah, right.
Imagine, hey, I'm going to open a pool business in Alaska.
They have an
There
indoor
are
pool
pools
business?
up here. We've got plenty of indoor pools. We have no problem
Indoor
when we
pools.
live up here.
Of course they do.
I teach at a local school. We've only got 500 kids. We've got great kids who do a really good job.
Eskimo
who try
kids?
hard.
Are they all
When was
Eskimos?
the last time you heard about anybody coming into school with a spear gun? Nobody does that in
That's
Alaska.
because no one in Alaska is worth killing.
Are they all Eskimos?
Absolutely not. Actually, I don't even live in Alaska. You've been frunkus.
Oh, I knew he didn't.
Oh, I didn't know.
I kept the line of questioning going. I was going to say the guy doesn't sound authentic.
He got me. I actually didn't know.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
I had
Great kids.
I had to, like, perk up a little sooner.
Let's go to Cocksock.
I wasn't buying his story.
Cocksock.
Hey.
Hey, boys.
What's up?
I spent 5 years up in Alaska in the military, and I've got two things for you guys. I got a little racial slur for the Alaska natives. They are known as klooches, and just to reinforce the fact that they will be drunk at -10 in a snowbank in like January or February, passed out.
Of course they will.
Unbelievable.
Klooches?
And, say again?
They're called klooches?
Yeah, klooches. Yeah, klooches. And another thing, the chicks up there, in the cities, there's assloads of chicks, but in the interior, it's a huge state, and if you put it over top of the U.S., it'll go from Mississippi River west and north-south. But in the cities, there's assloads of chicks, and they're all freaks. Jimmy would love it. He would get his mule serviced every day. It's unfucking believable.
How would I get serviced?
I came from Oh, my God, it's ridiculous. Like, I came from Ohio, and bitches up there want to get punched. They want to get beaten down. If you're somewhat nice gentleman, you can take them out and just fuck all day long.
Wait a minute now. What's a good place? What are some of the cities besides Juneau?
There's Anchorage.
Juneau's I've never even been to Juneau, but Anchorage, they have a bar there that's called Chilkoot Charlie's. Unfucking believable. Like like I would go out and you were guaranteed to get some pussy every night.
Yeah, but by what though? Some fatso with a fucking big fat moon face
with those big fucking Eskimo face
and extra hair on their body.
Go into the bathroom, you got to stick your dick through a little fucking icy ice wall, glory hole.
The chicks up there are pretty athletic because a lot of them like to snowboard, ski, they might hunt and fish. You know, there are some big old fucking Berthas up there, but for the majority, you know, when it gets dark, the bitches get crazy and they wind up going out and tanning and stuff because some people have to go through like light therapy and shit. So they're all tan, athletic. I mean, the majority of them are, you know, the ones that go out. There is some eeky-weeky jobbers out there, but...
How big is Anchorage? How many people? There's like 80 people in Anchorage.
There's like 500,000, but there's a couple suburbs there that plus it up. But the thing is, the people that go out is a small community. Like when I went out, you know, being in the military, I didn't really know a lot of civilians, but everybody knew my first name out there. And, you know, it was great. We had a ball. I mean,
what did you do wrong that you were stationed in fucking Alaska, dude?
Oh, actually, I went up there. I was a paratrooper up there. We got to jump out of the planes up there. It was nice.
All right, how about this? I'm going to get scheduled at a small theater in Anchorage. I want to go do comedy in Anchorage.
How do you think you'd do?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's do that. I think everybody would come out.
Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't give a fuck. They'd be too drunk. Oh, that was tonight? We thought it was next week.
All right, thank you, Cocksock. Yeah, we got another one coming in from Chris in Houston. Chris.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
When I was in training, I was stationed with two people from Alaska. One of them was an Eskimo. This motherfucker was an alcoholic, and he stunk like ass. The other guy, the white guy from Alaska, was just a dumb shit. Anyway, punch it out, boys.
All right, thanks for the info.
More Trump on Bush.
It's just very sad. I don't know if they're bad people. I don't know what's going on. I just know that they got us into a mess, the likes of which this country has probably never seen. It's one of the great catastrophes of all time. And perhaps even worse, the rest of the world hates us. You go throughout Europe. I travel. I do deals all over the world. The Europeans hate us. You go to Germany, you go to England, you go to places that, you know, we didn't have problems with. They all hate the Americans because of what's happened. We had a chance after September 11th to be the most popular, for the first time ever, to be the most popular nation on earth, and we blew it. Everybody, for the first time, people felt sympathy. I'm not saying it's a great thing to have sympathy in terms of yourself, but for the first time they felt a sympathy and a love for this country because of what happened. And we blew it.
He raises a great point there. But about Europe hating us, let's be honest, the Donald. The fucking Soviets falling contributed to the European little man complex, and I don't want to fucking hear it. They didn't hate us when they were worried about the Russians. They didn't fucking hate us when we were keeping communism away from them.
We were the only ones that were keeping them from storming into fucking all of Europe and just pulling an Adolf on all of them.
Yeah, so you're not right about that, but he raised a great point, man. We could have been, Bush was like 90% or 80% popular.
You're right. You're right. But here's another thing. What would we do? What would have been the follow-up to 9/11 to keep that love from all the other countries and our own country as fucking not forgotten about 9/11, but really kind of not as loving to each other as we were back 5 years ago or so. So I think that would have worn off anyway. No matter what we did, the sympathy that we had for 9/11 from the rest of the world would have worn off a lot sooner than it did with our own people. And what would have been the that was weird. My volume keeps going up for no reason. What would have been the thing to do to make the world keep liking us after 9/11?
Well, Afghanistan was originally the
that worked.
place, but we were fucking hearing grumblings as soon as we started with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That you can't go into Afghanistan. He said, believe me, the left was piping up about that. They forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Iraq is such a disaster, they go, well, we didn't, Afghanistan was the target. It's like, you motherfuckers, when Afghanistan was the target, you complained about that.
Yeah.
You can't win.
No.
I say we just kill all non-whites.
Oh, boy. Jimmy, we're not in the office.
Yeah.
We're on the air.
Oh, boy, let's say hi to Tim in Middletown. Tim.
Middletown.
I just think that you guys showing your ignorance on this, and it's...
Hold on, Tim. Let's go slow.
You have, the ability to speak to a lot of people.
We certainly do, Tim. Slow down a bit, 1 point at a time.
All right, the first point I want
to make is... Of course. No one from Middletown has anything smart to say. Shut up.
Just makes sense in that situation.
Yes,
sure.
We should have Frankist.
Trump on Bush, some more.
And Saddam Hussein will be a nice person compared to the man, and it will be a man, it will not be a woman. That we understand. People say, oh, gee, you didn't give the women a chance. It will be a man. Compared to the person that takes over for Saddam Hussein, he will be considered a nice person. This guy will be the meanest, the worst guy, and he'll have one thing. He will hate America, and he'll use that to flame.
Shut up.
You talking about the guy that runs Iraq? What?
What?
Is that what he's talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I think it ends up we get some guy in there kind of likes the U.S. For 5 minutes. The second we move our troops out,
then he does
there's a big coup. There's a civil war, and then some extremist gets in there, and it's just like Iran was with Shah and the Ayatollah.
Listen,
thank you.
Whoever gets in, they're going to want a relationship with the U.S. Even that Iranian silly goose wants to talk to the U.S. They all want to talk to us. So why don't you just cut the malarkey?
Yeah. But unless there's a religious extremist that gets in there,
even they
which they all are fucking over there.
Let's say hi to Jerry in Philly. Jerry?
Hey, boys, how you doing?
All right, Jerry.
Donald Trump has a lot of credibility. Last Monday night, he was in the ring with Vince McMahon signing some stupid contract. He had a big Samoan guy with his face painted around him.
Yeah, once you end up in a wrestling ring doing that shit, you pretty much lose all credibility. Yeah, Donald is really pushing.
He's everywhere.
He is pushing to publicize his show that's not doing well.
And finally, the last bit, Trump on Bush.
Everything in Washington has been a lie. Weapons of mass destruction was a total lie. It was a way of attacking Iraq, which he thought was going to be easy, and it turned out to be the exact opposite of easy. He reads 60 books a year. He reads a book a week. Do you think the president reads a book a week? I don't think so. He doesn't watch television. Now, one thing I know is that when I'm on television, I watch. Or I try. Because you do. Your own ego says, let's watch. Let's see. Whether it's good or bad, you want to watch, right? He doesn't watch television. So he's on television being interviewed by you or somebody else. He doesn't watch. Does anybody really believe that? Now they're doing this whole scandal with the U.S. attorneys. Now they're finding emails. And it's proven to be a lie. Everything's a lie. It's all a big lie.
Well, the Donald's got stuff to say.
Those are very challenging observations, Randall.
Yes. The guy's fucking saying shit that people have been saying for a year at least. Like everybody's been saying for a year. The hell's he thinking? He's breaking some new ground there?
I think the next guy will be better.
Yeah, as far as Bush is concerned, yeah.
Yes, I do.
And I'm right with you as far as the president, really one, the other. What's the big difference? But with this motherfucker in there, oh my God. Oof.
I want to see Barack Obama win.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Why not? What better time for a... I don't want Hillary. I don't think he's a phony. I don't think he's a phony.
I don't either.
I'm going to go completely... I want a Democrat. Enough. The Republicans had a shot, and this is where we are. So let the Democrats have a shot.
That will
now
bring...
Now, 1979 with the Chevron crisis.
Here's my... Here's my observation on the Barack Obama situation. We'll bring more racial tension to this country.
So what?
Not ready for it.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Why not?
You are.
I think... You know who made a good
American.
point? Stupid Adam Carolla. I was listening to his show. He made a very funny point about how they should vote for Hillary, blacks. He goes, because you're much better off with a guilty white lady than you are with a black guy who's going to tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I was like, God damn it, that's a great point.
Hey, look what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put myself in this position.
Go with the guilty white lady.
Yeah, she'll give you everything.
She is a guilty white lady. Fucking ugly puppet face. Anthony Hopkins should be fisting her asshole, making her talk. What do you think, Fats? I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a Mets fan. Fats.